Hello, and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Dating Brazilian Supermodels. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us. Also, remember to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. I'd also like to tell you about HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase a live phone call from your favorite celebrities. A live 15-second call is $19.95 and a live 30-second call is $29.95. So you can purchase a call for yourself or as a gift for somebody on a holidays or a birthday or whatever the occasion. Give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. With vaccines being prepared for delivery as we speak, we predict that international travel will open up very quickly. That means that if you're single and you're interested in dating foreigners, then this will soon become much easier. Right now, a lot of people are meeting and dating on Zoom. In fact, some people think that one of the biggest current uses of Skype or Zoom or some of the other platforms is social interaction and virtual video dating. Because of all this, we have noticed something really interesting. A lot of men of all ages are planning to go to Brazil to meet and date women. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little risky. Well, they claim that crime is now lower in Brazil than it has been in recent times. Obviously, you have to be smart about the things you do and where you go, and you don't want to wander off into some dangerous areas. But that's the case in any major city in the world. The next thing everyone asks is, why are so many American men going to Brazil? Well, the answer is twofold. It's the beauty of the women and their culture, which promotes femininity and affection. When you get off the plane in most major cities in Brazil, you will notice something immediately. On a scale of 1 to 10, even the ugliest woman you will see walking around out there will still be a 12. That's not an exaggeration. Go to YouTube and check out the videos. When you first see this phenomena, you may think that all these stunning women in the area, near your airport or near your hotel, that it's got to be some kind of fluke. Maybe there's a modeling agency in the area and these women are from there. Or you might think that they're all rehearsing for a beauty pageant, or maybe they're filming a reality show about models or something of that sort to explain the high concentration of 10s, 11s, and 12s. Well, let me tell you what it is. This unbelievable parade of blinding beauty happens every day of the week in most of the cities in Brazil. What you're witnessing is the gorgeous display of Brazilian beauty that seems to have evolved to a level where the women are so gorgeous that it's impossible not to stare at them. In fact, Brazilian women love it when you stare at them. They love it when you come up and say hello. And when they find out you're a foreigner, they immediately bond with you because they love foreigners and all that you represent. Let me tell you how stunning most Brazilian women are. They are so good looking that 75% of the American men coming to Brazil on their first visit begin to plan their next vacation in Brazil within just a few days of arriving. That's how impressed guys are. Another thing we've noticed is that most of the time, when Americans travel to Brazil to meet women, the experience changes them permanently. It alters their perspective on dating women back home or from any other country. Time and time again, we keep hearing that the same thing about Brazilian women. Not only are they very beautiful and affectionate, but they are also very nurturing. American men who experience that for the first time often say they will never go back to dating any other kind of woman. So, you're in Brazil looking for a great woman. What are some of the things you should know? Well, here's what we've noticed. First, you have to prepare yourself psychologically, because when you first start to see so many stunning women every day, that it's very, very distracting. In fact, it takes a while to get used to, because everywhere you go, there's a woman who is more stunning than anything you've ever seen on television or in any other nation. You go to the gas stations and the woman pumping her gas is a supermodel times two. You go to a convenience store and the girl in line ahead of you is unbelievably beautiful. You buy some food at a food stand on the streets somewhere, and the girls who are working there look like Rihanna, only better. Trust me when I tell you that these are not exaggerations. It's because Brazilian women are very gifted genetically and because they are obsessed with their looks. Brazil is also one of the leading countries for breast and butt implants, and most of the women are already tens before they get the plastic surgery. In other cities and countries, it can take weeks for somebody to find a woman that they're interested in. In Brazil, you will find one every 15 minutes. Just walk down the street. The next thing you should know is that Brazilian women are almost never cranky or deliberately mean when they talk to you. They are very graceful and extremely warm and feminine, and they are very prone to public displays of affection. In fact, they demand it from you as well. Another thing you'll notice is that even when a woman you approach is not available, she will still reject you with warmth and politeness and extreme courtesy. They pride themselves on being polite and warm. The next thing you should know is that you don't have to wait until the evening to try and meet someone at a bar or restaurant. You can meet beautiful women everywhere you go during the day. In fact, the culture encourages people to be warm and friendly to each other. If you tell a girl that you're new to the city, she will immediately start trying to help you. If you're interested in her, you should swap your WhatsApp information so that the two of you can can get together later and have a chat or a meal. The next thing you should know is that the gender roles in Brazil are very distinct. The culture expects a man to pay for everything on the date. That's just the way it is, so keep that in mind. But a strange thing starts to happen after a while. The women in Brazil are so ultra feminine, affectionate, kind, loving, and nurturing that they are a pleasure to be around. And it's so pleasant that you don't really feel like you're being taking advantage of financially. Not unless something crazy happens, that is. You just feel that this is the way it is. So when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. Next, we get something really interesting. In the US, the Me Too movement and the woke movement have made people reluctant to even look at each other or talk to each other because people don't want problems. In fact, flirting in America has become more dangerous than a week in Afghanistan. You have to forget all of that when you go to Brazil. Brazilian women are super affectionate. They will begin touching you and hugging you on day one. People tell me that when they meet Brazilian women, if they hit it off, it was very common for things to progress straight to the bedroom by the end of the night. For most Brazilian single women, sex was the natural thing to do at night. She's not going to try and force herself on you, but she will love it when a man acts like a man and shows his great interest in her. Another thing that you'll notice is that Brazilian beauties prefer older men. In their culture, age represents economic and financial stability, and that will make them feel secure. For them, dating a man that's 20 years older makes them feel not only secure, but it makes them feel like he'll be less likely to cheat on them because he'll be so satisfied with a younger girlfriend. One thing you have to be aware of is that these women are extremely sweet and kind and affectionate, but they can be very jealous and very possessive. If she thinks you're cheating on her, she will explode with a ferocity that will cause you to think there are 10 women standing in front of you screaming at you. So keep that in mind. Because of the pandemic right now, the State Department is discouraging travel to Brazil, but we predict that as soon as the medicine is available, traveling will become much easier internationally. Now, there's a lot of romantic tours and dating services in Brazil that purports to help people find the woman of their dreams. If you're thinking of using one of these services to meet women, then there are some things you should know. First, they will often charge you for things like translation services. They will try to coerce you into staying at the apartment that they book for you. They will insist that you pay for the cab for every woman that comes to visit you. We recommend that you book your own hotel and don't tell the dating service where that is. That's for your security. We also recommend that you shop around for and hire your own translator because the one they provide tends to be overpriced. Also, don't be entirely dependent on the agency to find women. Do research and find multiple options for doing so. Find well-rated and highly regarded nightclubs. Go exploring during the day. And if you see someone you like, just introduce yourself. Keep your options open, and good luck to you. I want to thank you for watching and tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a story. Thank you for watching.